Welcome back to Weather for Weather Geeks here on this Wednesday evening. It is the 7th day of September 2022. Things went pretty much according to plan today. Always a good thing in my line of work when things go as you said they would go. We started the day with some clouds and a little bit of mist and drizzle still out there, but gradually the clouds did part for some sunshine today. This time lapse from our Boardman camera shows the improving conditions during the second half of the day. It turned out to be a real winter today and very comfortable, with those dew points backing off into the upper 50s. Wanted to zoom out, since the weather's going to be quiet here locally tonight, and talk about some of the big national weather stories. We have no tornado watches, no severe thunderstorm watches out there this evening, no severe weather, but we have plenty to talk about, especially in the western U.S., where they are just absolutely baking once again under a huge ridge of high pressure. Excessive heat warnings basically for the entire state of California outside of the mountains, and heat advisories extend out into the Great Basin and the Intermountain West. And the problem here is we have some thunderstorm activity and not much rain with these thunderstorms. And so very good conditions for dry thunderstorms. A lot of lightning, not much rain. And with a gusty breeze and as hot as it is, no surprise that a huge chunk of real estate is covered by fire weather or red flag warnings this evening. The entire states of Montana and Wyoming under that fire weather warning, almost all of Idaho and a good chunk of Washington and Oregon, and even out into the plain states, Nebraska, east of Denver, into the plains of eastern Colorado, and into parts of Kansas as well. It is hot and dry. Temperatures, late afternoon temperatures, 103 in Phoenix is nothing to write home about there. That's, above average, but not by a crazy margin. But 104 in Boise is pretty hot. 88 in San Francisco at the airport is hot. Just outside of where the airport is, right there along the bay, triple-digit heat common once again. Also in Los Angeles, yeah, the airport's at 81, but a lot of the greater Los Angeles area is seeing triple-digit heat once again this afternoon. The good news for them is the heat is about to break as we go towards late this week and into the weekend. We'll talk actually a little bit more about that momentarily, but with all the wildfire smoke trying to come east by the end of the week, we might notice a little bit of a slight haze in the sky on Friday. I think this will be more noticeable off to the north, Michigan, up into Ontario, Wisconsin, into the upper Midwest. But it could be a little bit hazy around here by Friday as some of that wildfire smoke from the west drifts off to the east. What may drift in here Thursday morning is a little bit of fog. Now, will the visibility be down to a half a mile almost everywhere as the model depicts here? Probably not. But I do think there can be at least some patches of some fog, some pesky fog as Thursday gets underway. Otherwise, it is going to be a nice day on Thursday. As high pressure builds across, we'll see a good deal of sun. Crystal clear Thursday night and Friday morning. Just a few fair weather clouds in the afternoon. Great evening for high school football Friday evening. And then things begin to change. As this system approaches, clouds will increase Saturday. It may look like rain during the daylight hours at times on Saturday, especially in the afternoon, but I think we will be dry through the daylight hours. Showers will become possible then as we go into Saturday night and into Sunday as well. Kind of an interesting looking map here in the upper levels as we head towards the weekend. A couple of areas of heavy rain. One, actually in Southern California. This is remnants of a hurricane out here, Kay. The moisture streaming northward, and so they're going to get some rain in Palm Springs and Los Angeles and maybe even Death Valley. Other parts of Southern California, that's going to cut into the heat. Now, the problem out here is if you get too much rain at one time, it's really easy to flood. A lot of burn scars on the hillsides and mountainsides, so that could be a problem. But otherwise, yeah, they're not going to complain about rain in Southern California, especially considering how hot and dry it has been. But too much of a good thing, perhaps. Also, a little bit closer to home for anybody vacationing down in the Carolinas, down into Georgia, Florida. Pretty wet pattern taking shape by the upcoming weekend. This still will have impacts, I think, on the Browns-Panthers game in Charlotte Sunday afternoon. Pretty good chance of some showers and some storms. Now, our weather is not going to be great starting Sunday, but especially Sunday night into Monday into Tuesday. This is a slow, sluggish, cut-off low-pressure system. Another one of these slow-moving systems that'll be in no hurry to leave. It's going to hang out for a few days and give us repeated chances for showers into the first half of next week. Now, interestingly, in the longer range, we do see a pattern change, and along the west coast, they are going to finally cool down as the trough digs in here out west. And when there's a trough over the west coast, downstream, almost always there's a pretty good ridge. And so heat's probably going to expand eastward as we go into the second half of the month, starting around the 14th, 15th, about a week from now, maybe a week and a half from now, and taking us into that third week of September. Now, will those produce a 90-degree day? I doubt it at this point. But we're going to see plenty of late season warmth, it looks like, as we head towards the middle stages of September. So enjoy the pretty comfortable weather that we are going to have over the next couple of days. Coming up on Thursday, we'll do a more in-depth look at the weekend forecast. If you have outdoor plans, we'll talk about weather for high school football, for the YSU game, for the Steelers on Sunday. The Browns are down in Carolina. But we'll talk about all that on Thursday evening's edition of the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video. We call it Weather for Weather Geeks.